Hello everyone! Welcome back to my channel. Today we're delving into a topic that has been making headlines around the world, the South China Sea conflict. The question on everyone's mind is, could this conflict escalate and potentially lead to a world war? The South China Sea, a strategically vital waterway, has been a hotbed of tension in recent years. It's a region rich in resources and crucial for global trade, with multiple nations claiming territorial rights. 1/3 of global shipping, or a total of $3.37 trillion of international trade, passes through the sea. About 80% of China's oil imports arrive via the Strait of Malacca and the South China Sea. To understand the current situation, we need to go back a bit. The South China Sea has overlapping territorial claims by countries like China, Vietnam, the Philippines, Malaysia, and Taiwan. The issue revolves around the control of islands, maritime boundaries, and resources like oil and natural gas. China's military expansion into the sea is taking place at the expense of regional neighbors whose competing territorial claims are being ignored. Into this volatile mix comes the US, which is supporting long-standing allies and international rules of law. China is in the midst of an unprecedented military expansion. Its navy outnumbers the US Navy in numbers of ships, and its armed forces are more powerful than all of the rest of the claimants in the South China Sea combined. Individually, none of these countries can oppose China's expansion in the region. But the big question is, could the tensions in the South China Sea lead to a world war? While it's important not to jump to conclusions, the interconnected nature of global politics means that a conflict in this region could have far-reaching consequences. Alliances and geopolitical rivalries could come into play, pulling in nations from different corners of the world. Despite Xi's 2014 promise to not militarize China's artificial islands in the Spratly Islands, China built air bases and defensive fortifications there and deployed warships to new naval bases on Fiery Cross, Mischief Reef and Subi Reef. In the SCS, China's Navy Coast Guard and the People's Armed Forces Maritime Militia harassed other nations' fishing boats and military vessels. China has fully militarized at least 3 of several islands it built in the disputed South China Sea, arming them with anti-ship and anti-aircraft missile systems, laser and jamming equipment and fighter jets in an increasingly aggressive move that threatens all nations operating nearby. The US has conducted regular freedom of navigation operations in the waters since 2015, designed to challenge what Washington considers excessive claims from Beijing and grant the free passage of commercial ships. The US has wide-ranging security commitments in East Asia and is allied with several of the countries bordering the South China Sea, such as the Philippines, Singapore, and Vietnam. Furthermore, the waterway is a vital trade route in the global supply chain used by American companies who produce goods in the region. Various diplomatic efforts are underway to find a peaceful resolution. The United Nations and regional organizations are playing a role in mediating talks. However, finding a solution that satisfies all parties involved is proving to be a challenge. In conclusion, the South China Sea conflict is a complex issue with the potential for widespread ramifications. Whether it will lead to a world war is uncertain, but what is clear is that finding a peaceful resolution is crucial to maintaining stability in the region and preventing a larger conflict.